Oscar nominations will be announced on January 16th. In the meantime, entertainment PR firms are working hard to create buzz around certain films with the hopes of capturing a nomination. I was surprised that Gravity had the least amount of buzz, especially since most people both in and outside of the industry have assumed that Gravity will receive the most nominations. But the real surprise for me was being hooked by all the press about Martin Scorsese's The Wolf of Wall Street, which turned out to be a complete waste of my time. The Leonardo DiCaprio and Jonah Hill movie had such a thin storyline that it could have been told in a half hour. But due to the excess of DiCaprio's Jordan Belfort character, Scorsese wanted the audience to experience what it feels like to have over-the-top excess found in drugs, alcohol, debauchery, and wealth. Ridiculous wealth.
I think it's interesting, too, that with no restraint, the civility goes. I wonder if it's a story about something that's dark in all of us, if we had the ability to behave certain ways with absolute power, and what would happen. So that's something that I've always been fascinated by, and I wanted to handle it as frankly as possible, so that it wouldn't be a matter of making comments on him and his bad behavior, but actually putting the audience into the mindset of that behavior and that mentality, and see where it goes.
Somewhere in the 3-hour movie, Scorsese seemed to forget what the story was about and just showed more and more excess. And then after that, he showed more excess. The film's theme came across clearly, though. It doesn't matter if you're a good person or a bad person, as long as you have money, everything will work out for you. Not a good message, and clearly a slap in the face for individuals who have money and use it for the good of their family, companies, and communities, rather than on excess and self-indulgence. There was one redeeming moment in the film when DiCaprio's character came to his senses and turned over a new leaf. Unfortunately, the FBI pulled Belfort back into his old lifestyle in order to use him as a pawn to take down dozens of additional people that used illegal means to live an excessive lifestyle. Here's a clip of DiCaprio's Belfort coming to grips with the fact that the FBI agent, Patrick Denham, played by Kyle Chandler, is after him.
Can you say that again? Just the way you said it. Just the same way.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, come on, you know what I'm talking
I
about.
don't know
Just
what
say
you're
the same. I think what Jordan just did is if I'm not mistaken, you just tried to bribe a federal officer.
No, technically I didn't bribe anybody.
No, that's not the conversation I heard,
no.
Jordan.
According to the U.S. Criminal Code, there needs to be an exact dollar figure for the exchange of services. That would not hold up in a court of law.
I heard it.
No, that's the truth. But I want to tell you this.
Yeah.
The same gentleman that told me that you tried to get your broker's license also told me that you were a straight arrow.
He ran a security check on me.
Well, when you sail on a boat fit for a Bond villain, sometimes you need to play the part, right?
If for some reason you find yourself sitting in front of the worst film of the year, you will appreciate Matthew McConaughey's performance as Mark Hanna in the beginning of the film. McConaughey was so electrifying that Scorsese, 2.5 hours later in the film, was able to reference a quirky character trait that he created, and it worked. Kudos to McConaughey for a performance worthy of a supporting actor award. Happy New Year.